All right, we're live outside Ohio Stadium, getting ready for the Ohio State Rutgers game. Doing a little bit of tailgating here outside the Horseshoe. Chilly day this morning. No rain. Rain hit it a little bit this morning. If I don't see that being a factor, I think the sun's going to come out this afternoon. It's going to remain chilly, a little bit of breeze. So good weather day for November for a football game. Buckeyes take on the Scarlet Knights today in the Horseshoe in a Big Ten battle. This will be the tune-up before the game next week. Rivalry week is next week, as you know, but we got to get past this hurdle on the way there. Expect a big day for the Buckeyes. I think the big question mark is going to be whether Tate and Jeremiah play today. Haven't seen any updates yet on that. So that will be, I think, a game time decision as to whether they get a playing time. Put a couple videos out on the channel this week of both Carnell Tate and Jeremiah. Jeremiah showing his limp last week that he had at the UCLA game. And Carnell showed him warming up at the Purdue game, looked fine. But then he ended up not playing in that game and hasn't played since. So it'll be interesting to see what is going on with Carnell Tate and whether he has an injury that's going to keep him out longer term or what the deal is there. Seen speculations, a lot of different ways on that as to whether that will keep him out. Hopefully it doesn't. Definitely want to see some Carnell Tate. Last week, the running backs got it going. Expect a lot of that this week, and definitely preparation going into the Michigan game next week against the cheaters up north there. I'll be at that game and look for a lot of live footage from up there and a lot of game day footage and game experience footage that I'll be putting together up in Ann Arbor next week. But first, we're at the Shoe. Let's talk scores. I think I predicted 49-3 for this game. I think the Buckeyes continue their dominance. I think we'll see a heavy dose of running. The football, I think, we'll get those young receivers in there. I actually kind of hope that we do see a little bit of Jeremiah and Tate in this game, but only if they're 100% healthy. Don't want to risk injury. Definitely would like to see them stay, keep their game legs under them and be ready to go for the game next week, but definitely we don't want to risk any injuries. All right, got another guest here. What do you think is going to happen in the game today? Speak up because it's a little hard to hear.
I think senior day, shout out all the seniors. So they're going to try to get the seniors up in there, try to get all the, guys who need the rest for next week. So, if I had to give a score prediction, I'll probably say 41-10. I'd say gets it done. Defense keeps the dominant run going,
Yep.
I think they'll score a late touchdown, get the backups in there.
Yep.
That's their best chance.
41-10 is your prediction. Okay, that's solid. I think, I kind of agree. I think we're going to keep it to be a low, defense is going to keep their scoring low for sure. I think that, if they end up scoring a touchdown, it'll probably be when backups start getting heavy in there in the second half, the kind of scrub time touchdown last game, but definitely like to see a lot of seniors get in there and get some playing time in the Shoe. It's exciting for them. It'll be exciting for the fans and parents of the players who've devoted their time here at Ohio State. So would love to see that. All right, who do we got here? Ex-Taz official. We got the real Cam Dog. Go Bucks! Welcome to the chat. Thanks for stopping by. How you doing? Yep, it's going to be a good time. Fans are starting to show up. Light turnout here early around the stadium. Be expected for a noon game here at the Shoe, especially when it's not a big game atmosphere with Rutgers. I think the team is focused. I think they're going to stay focused and get the job done, take care of business, and then go on to the big game next week, ready to roll. I-O, tell the crowd, O-H. O-H! There we go. We got an I-O. Low-key O-H. Yeah, go Bucks. Go Bucks. Anybody coming out today to the game? Go over here, get some more perspective from some fans. Met earlier the senator from the state of Ohio who put up the bill to get the Buckeye as the official candy of the state of Ohio. That was fun. That actually passed the state senate for state of Ohio. So now just has to get passed by the House of Representatives of the state of Ohio. We'll get the Buckeye adopted as the official candy of the state of Ohio. If you haven't put your score prediction in, make sure you get that into the short that I think, or to the poll that I put out there on the channel. Get those in. There's still time to get those in. Up those in. Needs more maple syrup. I love it. What do you think the keys are today?
I think you need to start to win. No reason to mess around with a team. A team like this, they got nothing. They got to win one game to get to a bowl game. So they're gonna give you everything you got. You got to start to play smart football. Can't turn the ball over. Start turning the ball over. Get sloppy. That's when stuff like injuries start to happen. You're just gonna get in, get out clean.
Yep.
Bigger things to move on to.
Yep. Definitely bigger things to move on to. Definitely like to get out of the gates quick. I know Ohio State's won the toss a few times. They pretty much have deferred to the second half every time they've won the toss. Hopefully we keep doing that. Love to see the defense out there shutting down early. Put us in a position too to get some scores and come out and keep rattling it up in the second half. If we win the toss, I expect them to do that. Expect pretty full crowd. I don't expect it to be as raucous as a night game or a big day game here. In the shoe, pretty sure that's how it's going to go today. You can tell by the atmosphere, just out here around the shoe and the parking lots. Definitely not nearly as crowded as it was last week against UCLA. When we were down here for the night game, it was hard to move around the stadium. But Buckeye Nation always shows up. They'll be here. JJ, Tate, and Quincy are out today. Okay, wow, that's a lot. So that's official, huh? Okay, but that's going to be interesting to see then. We've got obviously some other young receivers. They're going to have to step it up, and the running game is going to have to really fill in. So that's going to be interesting and could keep things a little bit lower scoring. But, it's good that those guys are going to get some playing time. Hopefully we'll have a full-strength team for next week coming in. So, we'll definitely need to see some Mylan Grant, Brandon Ennis carrying the torch, and those tight ends are going to have to step up and play an important role during the game today. Also important to get the running game rolling. So, which I'm sure we're going to try to keep establishing. What about C.J. Donaldson? He seemed to play sparingly last week. I don't know, did he even get in last week? Yeah, so C.J. Donaldson would be another guy that I would look to. Hopefully he's back. He may end up being out today as well, getting rested up into the Michigan game coming up next week. So anybody going up to Ann Arbor next week in the chat? Pipe on in there. Love to hear it. I'll be heading up on Friday next week. Hope to get some tour around the campus. Be interesting to see what the weather's like next week. Seeing anywhere from snow to just cold to maybe some rain. It's all kind of all over the board. We'll see what it's like. I kind of hope for a good weather game and not have that impact our offense. I think that would definitely favor the team up north should it end up being a bad weather game.
I heard the early forecast like 30s.
Early forecast in the 30s.
30, that's what I heard.
Bring the hot cider dispenser. I like that. Like that idea. Yeah, the big house is a big pit in the ground. I don't know if you guys have ever been up there, but you pretty much come in at the top level and go down at the big house. Whereas, the Horseshoe obviously at ground level. It's a big stadium. We're going to go over here. Well, go over here and get some other fans' perspectives here in a minute. But W Ohio. AJ Sir, thanks for piping in there. Love it. Welcome to the chat. We're out here outside of Buckeye Ohio Stadium, the Horseshoe, doing a little tailgating before the big game today against Rutgers. Hey, J9933, hello. Awesome. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Like and share, please. It's how we get the word out on the channel, is liking and sharing, interacting with the content. Gets YouTube to put these videos out to a broader audience. So appreciate the support with that. And let's get the word out and keep these Buckeye fans getting into here. All right. How could you not like the Buckeyes? I love it. That's awesome. Have you been to a game before? I.O. Haven't been to a game. We need to get down to the shoe. If you're in Ohio, definitely make it a point to get down here. Horseshoe's quite an experience. I would recommend a night game. Ohio State is overrated cupcake schedule. You know, a lot of people like to say that. We beat number 1 Texas at the beginning of the year, which turned out to be not as good of a team. Penn State was ranked top 2, top 3 at the beginning of the year. They didn't turn out to be as good. We don't make the schedules, we just win the games.
We got Michigan and Indiana coming up.
Yeah.
Number 2 team in the nation is the Big Ten championship.
Yep. So, well, Buckeyes feast, no matter what kind of cupcake it is. We make good teams look like cupcakes as well. So.
And after beating the most top 10 ranked teams in history in one season, I think Ohio State is going to have a little bit easier run.
Yeah. Defending national champions, right? So what's your team? Iowa fan. Yeah, it hasn't been that great of a schedule. It's unfortunate, really. It could have been a lot better, but what's the score today? I've got the score predicted at 49-3. You've got it at what? 41-10 today. Drop your scores in the comments here, or go out to the chat. So. $38-9. I could see that too. I mean, Buckeyes have hung around there in the 38 range for a while. 58-0. Oh, we're going big time on these. Your team is undefeated too. Are you an IU fan? Kegs and eggs. I don't see that happening. So. All right, we're going to log off for now. Hopefully I'll be on one more time before the game. Got to get back with some friends here and hang out a little bit before the game. Go Buckeyes.